Hello, it's another Entrepreneurship Dance. You learn as you go. I'm Christian Allen, and I own TaylorMade Pest Control here in Louisville, Kentucky. And I thought I'd just make a quick video about selling and overcoming objections and in budgets. So we had this inspection I was just at. Where she thought she was hearing birds or something in her bathroom vent, and so she signs up for our for the inspection. Now inspections are $250, and we go out there. She opens the door for me. I come in. She greets me with, "I'm just going to tell you right now, I don't have any money. I can't afford more than $250. To which I said, "Okay, well, $250 is the minimum starting price. That's just for me to be here." To which she said, "Okay, well, but it goes towards the cost of work, right?" And I said, "It does, but typically, if we have birds in a dryer vent, it starts at about $400. She's like, "Oh, so like another $200. I'm like, "Give or take, yes, depending on what we got going on." She said, "Oh, okay." So I do my inspection. Turns out she hadn't heard them in a couple weeks, and she's in a newly built house. She had called the builders, complain about them. They said they could cover the vent, but they weren't going to get the birds out. So that's why we're here. I'm like, okay. But she hasn't heard them in a couple weeks. So I said, okay, well, they might have grown up and left. Who knows? So I go, and we look at the vent, and she's like, "Oh, that's clean." I'm like, "Yeah, it looks pretty clean to me." To which she said, "They might have already covered it, or we covered it." I'm like, "They might have." So I got on my ladder, got up there, looked. Turns out they did replace the cover and covered the vent. And so I was like, well, if they're in there, they're probably gone. They're probably nothing to worry about. And to which she said, "Oh, okay, well, that's great. But let me go back. She did mention when she was telling me she didn't have no money that she has ants." And so I said, well, so going back to where we are now, I'm like, well, looks like they got it covered. They got it covered for you. As far as I can see into the vent, it looks like they've removed the nesting materials. So you're good. But we can take care of the ants for you. And, one time is $313. And she's like, well, I don't want anything inside. I said, well, the ants are outside you're complaining about. We take care of them on the outside. No worries. You don't even have to be home. And she's like, okay, let's do it. So, starting out with, she can't spend more than $250. Ends up paying another, $63 on top of she can't pay more. So, what does that tell you? That tells you people don't adhere to budgets. An objection somebody has is, "Oh, we're over budget," or "We don't have enough money for it," or "That's out of my budget. It's not in the budget, XYZ." However, people go over budgets all the time. That's why people are in so much credit card debt. That's why the great US of A is, I don't even know where we are, trillions of dollars in debt, because people, governments, companies go over budget all the time. And an easy way to try to thwart or shoo away salespeople is to tell you they're over budget. I mean, they might be, but that doesn't mean they're not going to spend money. So, you gotta be polite. Obviously, don't be rude and be like, oh, well, I bet you'll spend over XYZ budget. Don't do that. Just be a matter of fact. Okay, well, $250 covers me to do the inspection. So if you can't pay more than $250, then I'm not quite sure why I'm here, because how am I going to help you if $250 only covers for an inspection? Didn't think about that. Well, that's why we're here. You've already signed the agreement. You've already had us come out here. This is what it is. So I can give you a quote, but you're going to pay me $250, and for me to do anything else, it's going to be more than $250. So you wasted your money if you're not going to pay me to take care of the work that you think you need or you want to take care of because you're worried and you don't want your house to be invaded by pests or be overran with birds or whatever the case may be. That makes sense. Okay. And then boom, here's the price. Oh, well, that's great. We really do probably need to get the outside sprayed. I've been here a year and a half and never had my house sprayed. Yeah, I would say yes. It's good to get at least a once-a-year treatment, so you don't have, you just keep somewhat of a barrier down to minimize the pests that could come into your house. Oh, that makes perfect sense. Okay, well, here's the price. Oh, well, yeah, let's do that. And there you go. Didn't really have to overcome an objection. I mean, it was an easy sell, even though I sold her in something we weren't there for intentionally. I was able to ease her mind. Your vents are covered. No bird nesting materials inside the vent. Looks like they got it removed and you're taken care of. But we can take care of the ants for $313. Oh, okay. Well, let's go ahead and do that. So, she's paying over budget what she had. So don't, moral story, when you're out here trying to provide quality work at a quality price, that's the other thing to remember. Good work is not cheap. Cheap work tends not to be good work. So people that make posts, they're looking for the best and cheapest. It doesn't go hand in hand. Cheapest and best don't go hand in hand. Typically, you're going to get the best and you're going to pay Tesla prices. Or you're going to get cheap and you're going to get great value brand stuff. Which, not always bad. We use cheap, great value brand stuff. We had popcorn and watched movies last week. We bought great value popcorn. I don't need to pay name brand popcorn. I'm okay with generic popcorn. So, you don't always have to get the best of the best stuff. But typically in the service industry, you do get what you pay for. Whether that's electrician, a plumber, automotive mechanics, pest control, HVAC. I mean, you get what you pay for. And we started super high on our prices. We've since lowered them some to try to help build some density, but we're still up there. We get, I think yesterday we've had about three to five people reply back on our follow-ups. Oh, we went with XYZ company, and we always ask, okay, we're glad that you got your problem handled. We're so happy that you're pest-free, even though it wasn't with us. If you don't mind us asking, so we can improve our services and what we offer. What was more appealing about the XYZ's offer? And about, I can't remember, I've lost count, a handful, 3 to 5 people said, oh, they're way cheaper. So we're still not the cheapest. We might not be the most expensive, but we're on the higher end quality on pricing, and that's just because we do provide quality work. Ryan fucking writes a dictionary, a novel on his notes. Jess, he takes his time and gets really butthurt when somebody has the smallest complaint, just that tiny. And then me, I don't know, I'm somewhere in between them both. So that's it. That's my Christian talk of the day. So hope this was helpful. Hope this helps you not be shy when you're trying to sell stuff. Remember, know your value, know your worth, charge what you're worth, and stick to your price. And, no is an answer to a question you haven't asked yet. Remember, I'm not saying that you gotta be like these door knocking companies that are rude and come up with lies and push. I ain't saying that. But I am saying dig a little deeper. Be polite. Ask questions. Get the customer talking. Pretty soon they're gonna like you and they're gonna buy. Because they feel like they can trust you and they like you and they want to help you out. People are good for the most part, and people are caring and people love helping other people out. So with that being said, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you can see more awesome videos like this. So till next time, go out there and kill things.